Hey everybody, this is Angela. I hope everybody's weekend has been good. Mine's been pretty good, so I just wanted to jump on here real quick and um tell you about The Crown, the second episode of season 6, and it's getting now where it's gonna show her uh short uh relationship with Dodie, and oh, excuse me, and so it's getting down to the nitty gritty, and so it just seems like her and in the show is showing her and Charles getting along really good, and I think it's just that he's very concerned about her and worried about her and that she's out of control, as the Queen has said. And there's some pictures all over the newspapers and everything over there, and of Dodie and Diana on the boat, his yacht, and so it's getting down to it. I've watched all of the episodes, and so it just is getting down to where um I know, I believe it was in the third episode. I don't remember which, but I'll tell you this much. He does propose to her. Now, it was said that they didn't know if the ring that he had gotten her was an engagement ring or not. So, but in the show, is showing where he's proposing to her, and she turned him down. Now, here's the thing. I think she turned him down because she is the mother of the future king. So I don't think she was in love with him. I think she loved him and she cared about him, but I don't think she was really in love with him, because I think she was still, when she died, I do believe she was still in love with Charles. And from the whole series and everything of part 1 of this season, I think Charles still cared for her, because when Charles gets the news that Diana had died in the car crash, he goes to France or Paris to claim her body. But the Queen is like, when she finds out, she's like, it's a Spencer's problem. Like, they're responsible. And, you know, Charles is kind of upset, and he said, well, she is my boy's mother. And, because the Queen had said that Diana was always welcome there. And they're in Scotland when they find out. And what it does, and I will say this, it does not show the crash, because I'm like, I don't know if I could watch this and they show the crash or not, but they don't. They don't show the crash. You hear it, but you don't see it. And so I'm happy the way they did that. And so it ended, episode 4, it ended with the start of the funeral. Not really the start of the funeral, but trying to figure out what to do. And I'm going to rewatch it, and because it was sad, and Charles, I think for the most part, or at least it was portraying that Charles took it very hard. And I think he still cared for her because he had told her, you know, we're better friends at friends and raising the boys than we were married. So I think that was a good compliment. I think he was telling Diana, you know, we're going to always be friends because we're going to always have our boys. And, you know, I think, and going beyond, this is just my opinion. I don't think, after Diana died, I don't think Charles knew how to handle the boys, especially Harry. Because I think Harry went through that rebellious stage. He lost his mother at 12, just a few weeks before his birthday. And then I think Harry just got out of control. I think, you know, Harry just thought he could do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, how he wanted. And he joined the Royal Army, or whichever it was, Royal Air Force, you know, and he had a lot of girlfriends and everything. And, you know, got in trouble, was always sometimes in the papers out there. And then, you know, he got hooked up with Meghan Markle. And my opinion about that is, I think Meghan was trying to convince Harry, or she did convince Harry, that they didn't like her. And because they did everything, in my opinion, the royal family did everything they could to welcome Meghan. You know, she was a breath of fresh air. Yes, she was. She was young. She was beautiful. But the British media out there is different from the, you know, media here. And I think it was the British media that might have did or said something to upset Meghan. I don't know. I mean, because I was reading that, you know, they did not like her. You know, so, and there's nothing you could do about it. I mean, they was always, I don't think the media out there really liked the royal family, because they was always picking on Princess Margaret. They was always saying this, that, and the other. And so whether or not Harry will go back to England to be with his family, I don't know. I hope he does. I hope they will start talking to each other. William and Harry will start talking to each other. And I think William is doing the right thing right now. This is my opinion. I think the best thing that William can do and King Charles can do, is just leave Harry alone. You know, just leave him alone, because he knows where William and King Charles is. If he needs to talk to King Charles or his dad, then I'm pretty sure Charles will take the call. Now, would Harry be acting this way if Diana was around? Probably not. Would she like Meghan? Probably. She would dote on her grandchildren. She would love those grandchildren like you wouldn't believe. And would there be some jaws hard because maybe Meghan would think that Diana was thought more of this grandchild than that grandchild? Would Meghan's jaws get hard? Probably. And because everybody was saying, well, Meghan and Harry was angry at the Queen. Well, if you're angry at the Queen, why did you choose to name your child after her, Lilibet. I think that is how you say her name, like Lilibet. The story of Lilibet was that a cousin of Queen Elizabeth couldn't say Elizabeth, and it came out Lilibet, and he called her that for a long time. I think I'm saying that nickname right, and I think her name was Lilibet Frances, because I know that William's little girl, I think her name was Charlotte Diana Elizabeth, and I think Lilibet's name was Lilibet Frances or something like that. So both of Charles's granddaughters are named after the Queen and Diana. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. And I guess part 2 of the season, which begins sometime next month, I don't know when. I'm going to guess that it will show the funeral or different access, different parts of the funeral and everything. So anyway, the Crown is really good. I'm going to go back and watch it from the beginning, from season 1, because it's a really good program. I enjoyed it. It's sad, bits and pieces and everything. But anyway, please hit like and subscribe to my channel. Please hit the notification bell, and I will see you all in the next one. You all have a good one. Good night and God bless.